Everyone, on today's video I want to sort of explain how I use my shape cutters and how I make sure that polymer clay doesn't stick to them. There are so many cutters to choose from out there, and while some can be easy to use, such as these basic shapes, others can be a little bit more difficult because they have so much detail. Working with basic shapes is the easiest. All you need to do is make sure that your polymer clay sticks to your tile, then you gently press the cutter over your clay. And that's basically all you have to do. These next cutters are also easy to use, but they have some curves here and there. So for these type of shape cutters, I want to make sure that my clay is for sure sticking to my tile. This is when I start to consider using cornstarch. This is the cornstarch that I used. I pour a little on the lid and then I dip my cutter in there. So both the rainbow and the cat shape cutter could be used without using any cornstarch, but I'm choosing to use cornstarch on the cat just to be 100% sure that the cat tail will cut smoothly and won't stick to the clay. Now with shape cutters like this ones, I will always be using cornstarch powder. My favorite method for shapes like the smiley face and the hot air balloon is to add the cornstarch powder to the clay instead of the cutter. But if you choose to do this, just make sure that you're okay with clay becoming a little bit more matte. Watch how smoothly it cuts with the cornstarch. All you have to do is press, and maybe if you want, you can move your shape cutter around a little bit just to make sure that it gets all the detail. The hot air balloon has a lot of tiny details on the bottom, so I made sure to add more pressure to this one. Now this bow right here, it has a lot of small detail. This is one of the most typical shape cutters that I use. I actually make my clay thinner because otherwise I have a hard time making it work. I actually want to share some of the common mistakes that I've made while using this type of shape cutters. So the first mistake I've made is adding cornstarch and not removing any residue. Because I forgot to remove the residue, some of the cornstarch actually got stuck on the little gaps, which made the clay stick to the shape cutter. Now let me show you what happens when I add cornstarch to the clay but not to the shape cutter. So for these type of cutters, I want to use thinner polymer clay. I want to put some cornstarch on my clay and on my shape cutter. Also make sure to remove any excess cornstarch from your shape cutter with a brush, but just do it very gently because you don't want to remove all of the cornstarch. And that is all for today. I hope that you guys found this video helpful. I know that there are many other methods out there, but this is what has worked for me the last few years. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.